Welcome, everybody. It is Knit Night with Louise and Jocelyn. Happy Friday night. Hey,
We
Jocelyn.
made it.
Yay.
We
We are here.
survived another week.
I know. I feel like I was just
Good.
here saying happy Monday, and now it's Friday. And for us here in
Where'd the
Canada,
week go?
it's a long weekend. So that is super exciting.
I know I have absolutely nothing to do.
That's not bad. You can just craft, and
That's how it is for every long weekend.
that's not a bad thing at all.
So,
That's kind of fun. Sometimes it's good to do, have something to do, and sometimes it's also good to not have something to do.
well, I'm not a cottage or cabin person. I'm just not. I'm just
Yeah.
not. So, there's that. There's that. Not a, it's not. I have many opinions. We all know I'm full of them. And most of them about camping in cabins are very unkind, so I tend to keep them to myself.
Oh, well, everybody's got what they like, right? Okay, so YouTube or Zoom or whoever, I guess it's YouTube, has locked me out of comments again.
It likes to do that to you.
I have no idea. It is like totally hit or miss. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. I don't know.
You
Bear
don't
with
want
me,
me
guys.
reading them.
I'm gonna have to just pull them up on my phone. So I can't see who's here, but welcome. Happy Friday night to everybody who's here. What's everybody working on tonight?
That is a
What's
good
your
question. I have
what
plenty to pick
is
from over here.
what is your weekend project?
Add spring seasonal allergies to go with it.
I know.
That's fine. It's only for a couple of weeks and then it sort of backs off. So,
They're kind of in full force, aren't they?
oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey,
It's just
Steve.
it's just the time of year we're at. It's not the end of the world. But it does mean I'll be sneezing and blowing my nose. I'm not sick. Plants are trying to kill me.
That's not a good thing. Okay.
The
Let
running
me-
joke at this point is sickness would end. The plants, they just keep coming back.
Yeah, that's true. That makes it tricky, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I've got comments here. So let's see who is here watching. Liz is saying hi.
Hello.
Asa is here and she is up and it is the middle of the night for you, ma'am.
But she's got the long weekend. She has a long weekend too. Norway just got older. Norway just had their birthday.
Oh, was it yeah, their version of Canada Day,
Mhm.
Norwegian style.
It was Norway's
Okay.
birthday.
Oh, Elsa says allergies stink. They do.
They do. I mean, there's nothing I can do about them. I have them every
Oh,
year.
well, there you go. Liz is in the same boat with you. She says she's got allergies too.
It's one of those times where everyone's just like, oh, seasonal allergies. I'm like, yes. A wider swath of the population gets to, for a couple of weeks, understand what I go through year round.
Mm.
It just the flavor changes. Right now, it's the air
Uh,
trying to kill me. But in a couple of weeks, the pollen counts, well, they'll come down to their reasonable summer levels. But then I'll be inside buildings that are not cleaned properly, people who don't clean their air filters, and they wear colognes and perfume. So it's not like I get a break. It
it's
goes
shame.
from sneezing to itchy watering eye. Like the symptoms change for me.
That's bummer. That's bummer.
And
Well,
at no time can I breathe right.
um, Louise is here. Okay,
Yay!
I'm gonna try to set this where? Right here.
Figure out where you can put your phone. It's not.
So it's not gonna look like it. So I can try to look like I'm not looking down. Okay, so Louise is here. Good afternoon from Arizona.
Afternoon.
Are you that much further behind us? Hi, Jude. Jude says, good evening. I'm excited to like close to finishing the Choose Your Own Adventure shawl.
That's a beefy shawl, man. Like if you're at boss battle range, those rows are no joke. Those
Jude,
rows are
that's
no
exciting.
joke. They're
Okay,
a
so,
lot.
so tell me, were you more Jocelyn or Diana?
That's always the question. I mean, obviously, I was 100% Jocelyn all the way.
You didn't just I don't know, give Diana at least one clue.
No, I chose me every time.
Good. Oh,
Uh,
Constitution Day. Okay.
uh, the funny thing
Constitution
is,
Day.
I filled in all the questions, and then I filled in two of the answers for each of them and put J beside them. And then I chased her for like weeks. Diana, you have to fill in your answers. Diana, you have to fill in your answers. For the love of God, pick your answers.
Oh, hey, Alyssa. Oh, Alyssa said, oh, yes, I had allergies attacking me like I am sick longer than being sick. Yes, I'm working on, oh, her Riptide mitts.
Nice.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Is it seasonal
Jude.
allergies suck? I get you guys. They
Oh,
they
that's right.
absolutely suck.
I
I just
remember.
don't
Oh, yeah.
like.
No, they're a bummer.
They're a
And
bummer.
they are. There's just no way around it, really, is there? You just gotta deal with it the best you can. Jude and Asa are talking Norwegian here. Jude's
Oh,
asking
good.
us, I think, did you see any of the parades?
Ah,
Alyssa, it's 4:30 p.m. for her parents in California. Okay, so Arizona is maybe in that same time zone? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Must be. If she said afternoon, she's got to be.
it has to be out on the East Coast. We have to be around 4:30-ish because
Okay.
it's 6:30 here and they're 2 hours behind me.
So she says, yeah, we're 3 hours behind because they don't flip their clocks forward.
Okay,
So it is 4:30
that'll
for
do
her.
it.
All right. Well, look at that. That's exciting. 4:30. You still have all of Friday night ahead of you.
Because one of the streamers I watch on Twitch gets on and starts like 9 a.m. his time. Like that's his job. It's what he does is he streams. And he
Yeah.
always laughs because he gets on and then he goes, "So what's for lunch?" Because he knows it's lunchtime for me. Ooh, I'm
That is a
glad to be.
challenge. If you can remember what time it is, what time zone everybody's in, and yeah, do that in your head. That's awesome.
I generally have a rough idea of what time it is in Norway all the time.
Yeah, 6 hours. So
Yeah.
it's 6 hours, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10,
Well,
10,
and
11, 12, 31. It's 1:30.
I talk to Asa all the time because we're friends, so we chat all the time. So it's like, is it too early in Asa's day for me to message that? Now I just know when it's okay to. I don't even think about it. I
Yeah.
message and go, oh, but she'll be at work, so whatever, she'll respond later, and like walk
Yeah.
away from the
Yeah.
conversation because she's in the middle of her work day. It doesn't matter that it's the start of my day. She's in the middle of her work day.
Mhm. So, okay. So remember, I had asked Jude if she was Diana or Jocelyn. So now I'm not entirely sure what this answer means.
Uh-oh.
She said, I went rogue, very, very rogue. So,
We did every step along the way. We're like, you literally read the pattern, pick whichever one you like best. That's totally fine. You could get one answer and decide you
good.
prefer the other stitch pattern.
Well,
You
yeah, so that's what I'm guessing. So did the questions, it, it just go like either Jocelyn, Diana, then you looked at the pattern and you just randomly
I
picked
mean,
whichever pattern you wanted? Or did you switch it out? Did you like stick in some of your own favorite stitch patterns?
and Jude, you don't let Louise give you any grief because as far as I know, she's not even past clue one.
No, you would be correct. No, I'm interested because I love how the idea of this choose your own adventure, how everything can just be so different and unique and personalized.
Mhm.
I like it a lot.
Let you guys in on a secret. I templated out a sweater version this morning. We're not
What?
doing it as an MCAL, but me and Diana liked the choose your own adventure enough. We're making a Jocelyn or Diana sweater version for later.
Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh,
So
ooh.
I just did the numbers and the maths today for that pattern.
Sweater version.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Would that be a 2 week sweater?
No, because I'm doing mine in fingering weight. It will not be a 2 week sweater. Diana's doing the DK weight version.
Okay. Oh,
But
awesome.
that one we have to get done and out to testers and stuff. So I was a busy bee today. I wrote 3 patterns out today.
Ooh, that's exciting for all of
Very
us.
busy. Very busy. Busy at the computer. I was busy at the computer.
Perfect. Nope. Joss or Asa didn't go to any parades. Too busy. She said the nice weather. Yeah, I know. Nice weather brings out all the people, right? And then you don't want to be around all the people.
Fair also, I don't do any Canada Day celebration stuff either, so I feel bad.
Yeah, I know. I don't usually do like the fireworks and that kind of thing
No.
that goes on. Oh, Alyssa says for her Pacific and Eastern, so she's like familiar with both because her family is
Mhm.
in Eastern. So yeah, I guess you would get used to it once
Right.
if you
I
had.
got cousins on the West Coast, cousins on the East Coast, cousins up north, cousins on reserve, cousins across the prairies. I think the only place I don't have a cousin is Quebec. I could be wrong. Like, knowing my luck, my next week, my mom will be like, "Oh, and your cousin moved to like somewhere near Montreal." I'll be like, "Oh, well, I lied."
Now you're now then you'd be covered. Yes, I know. I think that totally makes a difference, right? For me, I don't regularly chat with people in other time zones, so it's not something that I always have to stop and think and count and all that. But yeah, for sure, if you're regularly chatting, you would definitely know. That totally makes sense. Liz is working on a shawl. Oh, for her niece in Mardi Gras colors, yellow, purple, and green.
Oh, that'll be nice and bright and
That would
cheerful.
be
I love it.
amazing.
I love it.
Oh, oh, listen to this. This is how Jude went rogue.
Okay.
She did both stitch patterns until the last clue and then modified the bit
Interesting.
before the last section.
Interesting choice. I like it.
I didn't even
I
think about
like it.
that.
That
Do
had not
both.
occurred to me. That's a heck of an idea. Okay, I like that. I like
Dude,
because you would just would have had more like did you do like the full or did you do like half of each of your sections one and the other?
that's what I
Because then you would
mean.
just have a narrower, that's good English, a narrower
Never word.
stripe. Yeah, it would be less width than you would if you'd done, but
So
that would
and
be so cool. That would be so cool.
she only did it in two colors. So am I guessing that you did like Jocelyn all one color and Diana
Oh, I have to tell Diana.
second
She's gonna be
color?
so fast. She's gonna be so fascinated by this.
All right.
Oh, that's
I
such a
have
good
to
idea.
see
Well
pictures of
done,
it.
Jude. So
Oh,
good.
hey Susanna. Oh, Sam is here. Hey, hey, ladies.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Susanna.
Oh, that's so exciting. See, possibilities. Something that you hadn't even thought of.
No. Which I mean, admittedly, there's a lot of things I don't think of, so that's not hard to do.
True. Oops, hold on. Sorry.
You didn't turn your phone off.
Yep, did not.
Bad
You're
podcaster.
good. I know. Well, I've been, you know that when you're patiently waiting for a phone call, you never get it?
Yes.
That's what I was today. And let
It's all right.
me,
I talked with my sister and my mom on a three-way phone call for nearly 2 hours today.
while you were knitting or typing up patterns.
Oh, I was working. My sister was baking. My mom was doing stuff. We were all doing things at the same time. My niece wandered through. Why do I hear Grandma and Eddie Joe? Mom's like, because my sister would be like, well, because we're on a three-way phone call. Well, she sat down and visited while she had a snack, and then she was out the way.
And she's gone. Perfect. Okay, let me come back here to comments.
My cat came and
Hmm.
yelled at us.
Oh, okay. So Jude put details in her project page.
Okay.
Narrower sections with additional transition sections. We'll post a picture in
Oh,
the Northern Knits thread on Ravelry when done.
yes,
All right.
please do.
Yeah. All right.
That'll be
I'll
very
take
exciting.
a look
That'll
at
be
that.
super exciting.
That is, yeah. I like it when people get creative like that.
Oh, it's so good.
Go rogue. I like that.
So good.
Okay.
So
Gonna
good.
put this up here again.
I like it.
Got my ringer off.
Okay. This is
Um,
good.
yeah, so hey, so my excitement for the weekend is it's Knit City Toronto tomorrow.
It is. Are you gonna go find Diana and Aaron?
Yes, I know that's like one of my
Yeah.
stops. I'm like, okay, I I I just have this need to go see Erin,
Hmm. Hmm.
and so I can meet her because you talk about her all the time. And
She
I
is delightful, so is Tristan.
well, I can't wait. And I see her posting all of her yarn all the time. So I would love
Just as
to
impressive
be
in
able to
person.
go and say hello.
Just as impressive in person. I
I'm
know I
sure.
have a lot. It's
So
dangerous. I have a lot.
have you talked to her? at all when she's been on the road, or when do you know what day they left?
Oh, no, 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 no. They went to the Re Jasper retreat the weekend before. So like they literally would have been like in Jasper, Alberta, then they would have driven through here and then driven straight out to Toronto. So like they might have
Okay.
been in the city for like maybe 2 or 3 days. They're at the point where they do show to show to show to show to show. Like I'm going with her to Bigger, Saskatchewan for like June the 8th. So like they get home from Knit City and then she's
Yeah.
immediately got to do her restock, her wholesales, her club yarn, and then we're off to Bigger, Saskatchewan for the weekend. So like I'll see her probably the morning she picks me up.
Well, I saw, isn't she's doing pop-up shop in, was that a shop in Ottawa she was going to?
I don't remember. They're all over the place.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
all and it's just the time of year it is. Like that's just what it's like. So
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well, I
don't
think
worry
you're
about it.
there. You got to go to all the shows. And when she's in Ontario, that's like perfect. You might as well do some.
Yes.
So that's great. Like, right? Like what a captive audience. Somebody, if you can't get to the big show, if you can't get to Knit City, Toronto, to have some of these dyers stop at your local yarn shops on their way
It's
home.
wonderful help, right? So
Yeah,
I'm hoping that she does well. I mean, I know she will. She does really good yarn, but
yeah.
it's a lot of work, and this is her busy season. So it's one of
Mm.
those ones where it's just like, no, I'm not that friend that's gonna be like, you didn't talk to me in 4 months. I'm that friend that goes, bring a
Oh,
brownie and a coffee. We're gonna be a while.
yeah, I know. Well,
Do
that's
what
the
you gotta
thing,
do
right?
during your busy season. That's
Your
not,
busy season, you just got to
yeah,
yeah, get it, yeah,
that
get all, yeah, there's work, right? There's no way around that either.
always work. I'm actually knitting a sweater for her right now for the fall.
Okay, so you're doing a test knit for her?
No, I'm doing a sample on one of her new bases for her.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
that's why I should said a sample.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She's
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
don't have time to do all of them. I'm like, well, I could do one DK, but I couldn't do a fingering. She's like, no, no, no. She's like, I will do that level of bonkers. I'm like, okay. I've got a DK one. I could give you a
There
new
you
DK
go.
base one. So
There you go.
I'm working on that for her today.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm doing the ribbing. I'm hoping to be done the ribbing here shortly.
Oh, it's fun. Oh, Jude said she did a spreadsheet for all the math.
You'd have to.
That's yeah.
You'd have to at that point. It's a lot of math. It's a lot of math.
Oh, Alyssa, you're on spring break now. Exams are all done for you.
Excellent.
Fantastic. You need to celebrate. Awesome. Oh, yes, you saw Adrian on her way to Toronto. Yes, Adrian and Don were on the train together. I saw a picture. Yep. I saw a few
Ah,
pictures of people I know on the train.
I'm so hoping people ambush Diana. So hoping people ambush Diana.
I
I
hope
need
so too.
photos. I need Instagram stories. It won't occur to Diana to ask. I'm relying on you people to make her stop and take photos because I'm not there running around behind her.
I will track her down. So my friend Marg and I are driving down tomorrow. So we're going to leave early tomorrow morning,
Okay.
get down there, and yeah, so hopefully the drive down goes pretty smooth. And then just spend the rest of the day there, see who we can see. I will definitely go down, track down Diana and Erin.
She won't have me like half a pace behind her go, Diana, love, light of my life. Snap and take a photo. It's how the behind the scenes works for us.
I will yeah, I will try to do a selfie with her and we'll post it.
Yeah. That'll be so good.
Hi Diane, happy Friday. So Diane, it's not a
Yeah.
long weekend. You guys have to wait one more weekend for your long weekend, don't you?
Which is fine. They're not that impressive when you stop and do the math on how many days off you have in a year to start with. It's not.
Oh, I have lots of people look forward to long weekends. So, I mean, and it's typically a camping weekend, right? If you like to camp, this is the weekend that kind of is the official camping
Mhm.
kickoff weekend, right? Everybody's got their trailers out
It is.
and it's going to be a nice weekend because it's hit or miss. This long weekend for us, sometimes it can be cold, 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 rainy and cold.
Nine
But
times out of 10, it's rainy, it's cold, or we might still have snow. Let's be honest. The good long May weekend is rare.
yes, well, it's kind of, I would say like 50-50 here. It could go one way or the other. And this year it looks like we're going to have a nice, fairly nice warm
We're looking at rain,
weekend.
decent temperatures, but rain. And
Yeah.
given that
Yeah.
so much of my province is on fire, fine with the rain.
Rain would be good. Rain
Rain
would be
would be good.
good. Oh, Susanna says finding Diana's first thing. Yes. I'll have to look. So I've got the map, vendor layout, vendor map, and you know what I mean.
It'd be a vendor map, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got that. So I'm going to kind of pinpoint a couple booths that I want to go to. But I just want to wander around and just see, just I don't know, just spend the day wandering, looking at beautiful yarn, talking to other knitters. It's going to be so fun.
I'm very excited you're going to see Erin's yarn in person. It's so good.
Yeah, and I'm excited. Also, camping is not for you. Is that what you're saying? Alyssa says she doesn't know many Americans who camp Memorial Day weekend. Interesting.
It it heavily comes down to, in this country, exactly how privileged your butt is. If you are privileged, you camp and you go to the cabin. If you are not privileged, you don't. So it's a socio-economical thing. It comes with a lot of sticky situation conversations.
Louise is saying, oh my God, 401 long weekend traffic, pack a lunch. Well, I'm hoping most people left like last night, Thursday night, took Friday off, and or at least half of them did their traveling last night or today.
Well, if
So
anything, you're driving into Toronto, well, they'll be driving out of Toronto. So you're going in the opposite
exactly.
direction of the traffic.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, Toronto's Toronto. It's always busy.
It's a it's a
Anytime.
metropolitan area. There's a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm
There's a
just
lot of people.
hoping we're going to be there early in the morning. And yeah, I don't know. It's going to be what it is anyway. So we will get there when we get there.
All right, I'm done ribbing and I'm not transferring, so I'm gonna pick something else to work on. Mostly because I'm not transferring because I'm making the field sweater, so I go straight into like a
Oh,
textured stitch pattern, which I'm not
yeah.
doing while we're doing this. So I will
Yeah.
I will do that later.
Okay, well, hold it up. I want to see it.
Okay, hang on.
Mm. That's a pretty, I like that pattern.
It's a really pretty pattern. It's been on this is something I think I'd enjoy making.
Mm. I've seen a lot of people working on that.
Well, Erin was talking to me and she's like, would you be willing to do that? I was like, yeah, we can do a DK. That's fine. Because I can do a DK weight sweater between now and fall and not lose like momentum on any of my own personal stuff.
Right. She can fit it in easily.
Well, I'm making her size. So like I'm not even making a me size sweater. I don't have to make adjustments for my chest. I don't have to make adjustments for the tallness of my body. I don't have to make extra long arms. I don't have to
That'll
do
go.
any of that. I just get to make a normal sized sweater. So yeah, no, I can do that. That's
It'll
fine.
just feel like it just goes by so quick. Oh my goodness. Susanna says it rained and snowed.
Yeah, that's normal on May long.
Yep. Yeah. Typically we don't get snow this late in May, but it can be cold and rainy and possibly need winter coats.
When I first moved to Winnipeg over a decade ago, it was snow, maybe some rain, but the snow wouldn't be gone by May long weekend. We'd still have
Mm,
snow on the ground. Now there's rarely snow on the ground the last couple of years. And I
yeah,
think there's been
such a shame,
one
right?
one sunny May long weekend last 5 years. So I'm doing it out of this.
Oh,
Uh, I'd like a fresh bowl colorway, which is one of the club yarn colorways this year from
I
Ally
like that.
McBeal. So it's very pretty. It's
Great
one by one.
skill.
So I've done that part. which means I'm gonna just tuck this away and find something else to work on because I am not starting that stitch pattern while
No,
talking to you people. I love you, but no.
that just sounds like a recipe for ripping
Yes.
it.
Ugh, I don't want to do that.
Hi,
Well, and
Nikki.
I should do some more increases too before I switch to larger needles. So
Okay. Oh,
we'll just tuck that away. Okay, what am I going to work on now?
let's see. Oh, Nikki. Yes, so Nikki's here now.
Hey, Nikki.
And Sam says on Thursday at Knitting Club I designed. Oh, yeah. So you guys, Sam, I think we chatted, maybe we chatted about this Monday. Yeah, Sam had some help Thursday at knitting our knitting group, and one of the other ladies that was there was helping Sam chart out her own design for a mosaic dishcloth.
Lovely.
Yeah, so Sam I think
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
is enjoying this. I can't wait to see. That'll be like Sam, that'll be so fun, right? Not only to knit a beautiful dishcloth, but know that you designed the pattern.
That's amazing.
Very exciting.
So good. So good. Ah, nope, we're fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm
Because
good.
I might camp in a caravan. So like
Okay.
a trailer, I'm guessing is what
It's like a
she's saying.
small RV, isn't it?
But no tents. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm not a tent camper. My daughter is. They tent. And I'm like, yeah,
One of
no.
my ex-boyfriends loves camping. Still loves camping. Goes camping with his wife and his kid all the time. But I laughs because he's like, I always was honest. I didn't really enjoy it, but I would give it a fair go with him so that he could show me that it was different. It's not different. It's absolutely not
I
different.
like I mean it I
You went on it.
wouldn't
But I went. I did the weekend camping thing with him. I went to Folk Fest with him, and I don't like drunk people, and I'm not into loud folk music. So like, I did a lot for that poor boy, and
so
I
all around it
overheat.
wasn't a good that wasn't a good weekend. Well, see,
I
I
I just
don't
I don't
mind.
like heat, right? And it was like plus 30 with I'm just like I didn't handle it well. I was pretty sure I wasn't gonna handle it well, but I gave it a try because I always give it a try. And then at some point I'm like, no, I've given it this many numbers of tries. I'm done. You're nuts.
See, and I should clarify. I am not somebody who is going to go out and buy a trailer or a tent and sleeping bags and all the gear and go camping every weekend. No. Would I do it once or twice? You know, if somebody invited me to go for the weekend, I would do it and I would have fun. I wouldn't, I mean, I can tent, I can rough it. I don't like, that doesn't bother me. Like, I wouldn't, that's not something that I would
No,
make as my main hobby, right? And
no,
be like going to different places and camping every weekend and no. But
no,
to do it once or twice in the summer with a group of friends, I would totally do it and would be fine.
no. We haven't been together in a very long time. No. My vision was much better. No, no. I mean, he takes me cross country skiing in the winter and we sort of tether me to the back of him. So like his
Yeah,
daughter waves at me all the time because she's in the backpack. And like away we go. And his wife's behind me because if I fall over, someone's got to tell him to come back and pick me up. So like I
somebody.
go out and do things with them. Not
That sounds
camping.
fun.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
Calgary,
And I
Suzanne,
mean,
Calgary has seen snow every month of the year.
yeah, yeah, it certainly totally can. I mean, but they've built a cabin and they live in it during the summer. Like,
Oh,
but I
nice.
mean, during the non-season, they live with her parents so that her parents can stay more mobile and free. So
Hmm.
like it allows them to extend living in their own home on their
Awesome. Yeah,
acreage. So like that's just the kind of people that they are.
right. Oh, that's great of them to do that. Let's see. Oh, Jude, we had some snow follow the sky in August. It was wet and melty by the time it hit the ground. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
but
mean you totally can. It just depends on what the temperature
yeah,
is. Snow
yeah,
is just frozen water, guys. That's all it is.
it just means it's cold.
Just means it's cold.
Oh, I can't show it now, Sam. I'm using my phone for comments. Um, oh, well, it's camping, but we stopped since, yeah, yeah, camping's not for everybody, but it's, you know, It's not that bad. It's a fun way. Get out,
I mean, guys, you're hard
bike
pressed to talk me
riding,
into go to a house
swimming.
party. You're hard pressed to
Mhm.
talk me into going to a house party. I went to my buddy who lives in Thailand that teaches. He was in town over Christmas. And I had some time and we were going to get together and play board games. We got
Yeah.
together and then started chatting, which, to be fair, we've known each other for a very long time. Totally makes sense. We didn't play a single board game. I was out till after midnight. I got home and everybody was like, oh, it was super wonderful. I'm like, and I'm never doing it again. And he was like, it's because we didn't play any board games. I'm like, we didn't even attempt to do the thing it was we said we were there for. And that is why I came. I came to say hi, to visit, and to play board games. And I didn't get to play board games. I am upset.
Well,
And
but you
you
had a
can
good visit,
visit
right?
and play board games at the same time. Well, no, it was a group of 15, so I didn't even get to visit with him. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
well.
no, I won't do it again.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I told him he's like, that's fine. He's like, we'll go for brunch. He's like, and we'll go for a fancy brunch and leave those nutters at home. I'm like, true story. I'm like, and then we can come back to my apartment and play board games
That does sound fun.
and
Okay, so
visit at the same time.
I am looking here at the vendor list for tomorrow.
I am assuming it's extensive. It's a knit city.
It said there was 100 vendors.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Diana's
And
so not making it through in one day. Okay.
yeah, it's some of them. So now here, I was just looking amaranth fibers.
I'm sure there's gonna be so many names of people I've never touched their fight yarn before, and I
I
want to
know.
go so bad.
Alley Cat yarns. What is this one? Akora? There's ancient arts yarn.
Love
Susanna.
their stuff. Love their stuff. So good. So
Hmm.
good.
Yeah, I want to take a look at their booth. So
I
art,
love their really seriously annoyed grapes. I love their names. They're so good.
what is this one? Art, artisan trophy, fiber arts,
I don't know.
crafters of humanity. And then there's one here. Oh, this one. So somebody looks like they've come from Montreal here. Bar tricot. So it says yarn bar. They have like a martini glass with a ball of yarn and needles sticking out of it for their logo. I like that. Big Blue Mama. That is
That's the
the
bags. Oh,
woven bags,
oh my
right?
God. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I want a big blue mama bag so bad. They're huge.
I look at those. Some of our yarn shops carry them, and I always
So
look at them.
freaking pretty.
Cheryl bought one. Cheryl bought a couple baskets actually last fall from another event. Oh no, they were like a rope. They were a basket but different style.
Okay.
But I think she has a big blue mama one. A couple
I
people
just keep
bought
thinking
one.
for like my blanket projects that just and it would just all fit in there and look
Just
really cute
no,
next to my rocking chair.
it would. I know.
Because
My
I'm
my
secretly
thing,
156. Like,
my thing is I can never figure out what color because like just you look at all the colors and
mhm.
it's hard to choose. What
Yeah,
else
I
is there?
mean,
Oh, Biscotti yarns.
eclectic is the the nicest way to phrase the hodgepodge that is
Yeah.
my decorating design.
So any color would fit for you?
I look like my apartment is a cross between DIY turn of like homemade turn of the century furniture and like
Mhm.
someone's great grandmother came in and decorated. So like but she's secretly a nerd. So like it all fits. I don't know why it like nobody comes in and goes, wow, this is like garish or over the top. They come in and go, oh, this is totally you. None of my furniture matches. I have bookcases full of books and rubber duckies and models from D&D games, and I salt rock lamps and gemstones all over the place. And I
Perfect.
my cedar chest is my coffee table, and if you open up the lid, it's where I store my fabric. Close the lid.
I'm not seeing anything wrong with this, Jocelyn.
It's just as eclectic as every other space in my place. 'Cause it's like going to my bedroom, no different. I have a dresser. My bedspread is very quickly becoming like that big old blanket there, my
Yeah,
granny
yeah,
square cottage
yeah.
core blanket, which will have matching pillowcases. Slowly puttering through those. But then on my wall is not safe for work anime artwork of men.
I,
Different vibes, but I have my grandmother standing jewelry chest beside the cat bed. Like nothing in my space makes sense unless you know me. If you know
it
me, then it makes
feels
total sense to open up the cupboards in my kitchen and see China sitting next to my mug that says, "Not today, Muggle." Er?
it
It's
sounds very
absolutely who I
warm,
am.
inviting, and cozy and welcoming.
Oh yeah, wall prints. No, none of the art styles match. I've got my walls are covered in art from my parents.
Nice.
Prints that they bought when we lived up
I
north
like
to
that.
art flow from my sister to a Japanese anime hanging of Grateful Buster from Fairy Tale. Off screen over here, sitting right behind on the wall, right next to my traditional treadle sewing machine. Like it is,
So
it's my space. It's very me, but
it sounds like you.
it
But
wouldn't it wouldn't matter what bag I picked. I could just pick any color bag. It'd be fine. It would work. It's not a problem. It's just not a problem.
okay, so tell me if you've heard of any of these other
Oh yeah,
yarns.
yes.
So botanical yarn,
Nope.
Bustani, as unique as you.
I'm gonna be doing so much Instagram stalking of people this
I
weekend. Okay,
know.
no.
By the lakeside.
Maybe in a Lake
Um,
District?
Cabin Boy Knits.
Okay, I've heard of them.
Seen him.
Yeah.
He podcasted with us one night.
Well, well.
Chip and Sparrow, oh, looms and accessories. They are at a lot of the shows around.
Do
Crazy
they do
about
like
yarn.
weaving and looms and stuff?
Yes. Like
Ooh.
smaller one, not big looms, but like the small ones that you can do like bookmarks or like small wall hangings and that kind. I mean, they may have larger, but not like looms.
Not like room-sized looms,
No, 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 no. Not like rigid heddle looms.
but the wee ones are like card weaving and stuff, like the
Hmm.
the
Some
the
stuff,
intro
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so
Oh, I didn't even, is this
what even am I doing?
Coats and Co? Coats and
Metal
Co.
two?
Rex Fibers,
Okay, that I know.
custom fit knits. So this logo looks like what was Amy Herzog's. It's her custom fit for her sweaters. But I know she's not doing it anymore, but I think somebody has taken it over. So that would be interesting to go to that booth.
It would
This
be.
one here, I cannot read.
Cool.
Oh, yes, I can. Okay, now I can. Oh, Collective.
Okay.
I've seen her at some shows. Oh, Dragon Strings. I've seen them.
Yeah.
They're
I know
at,
them.
oh, yeah. Um, some people's font choice maybe is not the best. Looks pretty, but I can't read it at first glance.
See, I see a lot of very pretty signs where I go, that is useless. It is illegible. It
Yep,
looks good, but if you can't read it, it's not worth it.
that's right.
Uh,
Feather Your Nest. I've been to her store. She's got lovely
okay.
feisty fibers. I've heard of
Feisty
them.
fibers, I know.
Um, Firm, Frolia Farm. That would be Viola Farm. Okay, that would be interesting. I wonder if they have some like natural fibers. I
Possible,
always
yeah.
like visiting the farm booth. Oh, Fiberweed Fiber Co.
I know
Fi-
her. I know Aaron. I know Tristan.
Fibrani yarn.
Guys, guys, Northern Knits has a coupon code. Like if you want to try Erin's yarn out, Northern Knits and then the number 10, like Northern Knits 10, we will save 10% off your orders. Like if you want to try her, save some money while you do it.
So you can do so you can just so she's doing online orders while she's away at the shows as
I
well.
have no idea how they've got it set up, but that's a permanent coupon code. There's no expiry date
Oh,
for it.
okay. So it's not just like for this like weekend kind of thing. Oh, but
It's
that's
a
good.
it's
Yeah.
it's a coupon code that they
Uh,
offered Northern Knits, and it's something we've had for almost 2 years now. We've had that
there
coupon
you
code for
go, you
everybody.
guys. Fiber Goddess.
Okay. I'm gonna do so much Instagram stalking. Oh my God.
I know.
I
Flap
could do it
fiber.
tomorrow morning before Diane even gets to the show and have a curated list of places she needs to go.
Stop here, here, and here. These are my top five.
Here's my
Right
top fives.
after.
Make sure you go pet their yarn. I need to know what it feels
Yes.
like.
Get set up quick, get there early, and then run around before the doors open.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes. Okay, and then full moon fibers. They're
Yeah.
here and here. They're yep. So they've got beautiful yarn. And then Ginger Snap.
Ah, I love Ginger Snap.
So they've made the trek because they are
So good.
where are they? Are they in
Alberta.
Alberta?
I think they're Alberta.
Yeah. Oh, Gobsmacked. Oh, that's interesting. Hand Knit Yarn Studios. I'm pretty sure that's the yarn shop that is in Hamilton. It's a beautiful shop.
Okay.
Good grief. Yarn and Provisions, it says. Never heard of them. Holistic Needlecraft.
Ooh, hello.
And it shows her, so this looks like it must be stitching, embroidery, something. Doesn't look like it's
Oh.
knitting,
Okay,
but that
she's gonna have to
sounds,
stop there because her mother-in-law embroiders.
so that sounds interesting. And then Indigo Dragonfly. She,
Oh, I love her stuff.
yeah. So she is at all of our local shows too.
I love her stuff.
Okay, and there's another one here that is all in French.
It's okay, it just means they're coming from Quebec.
Yeah, which is great because it's ones that places we
Yeah.
will have
Guys, I
seen.
need to move to Ontario or Saskatchewan where there's more stuff.
Now here's one, Irene Textile. So I wonder if that is like pre-made, like she knits to sell, or if she's got fiber. Oh, and then Julie Aslin.
Yeah,
Like we a lot of us probably have heard of her yarn.
I've heard of her mentioned.
Julie Hoover, classic patterns and quality yarns.
Now are you talking classic as in like modern classic lines, or are we talking like vintage classic? I
I
have
would think,
questions. I have
I would think,
questions.
I would think she means modern,
Probably means
classic,
modern.
up to date, like current, trendy. Juniper and Ginger.
I've heard of them.
Have you? Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't heard of them. Nitty. Oh, the online magazine. She's gonna have a booth here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and Quagu. They actually have a farm on the way when I head up to the cottage. I drive like close to where they are.
Okay.
So that would be fun. Oh, collage, the Square Needles booth. I
Everyone's hit and miss on those.
I'm gonna go there and talk to them yet
Okay.
again and see
Yes.
if I can get a decent answer to why they make those crappy cables.
It's the cables most people complain about, but let's be honest, unless it's a Chowgu cable, it's a crappy cable.
No,
It's just the level of crappy.
like this is unknittable. Like you guys know, like I knit with whatever I had. Like those crazy DPNs, like they're like 10 inches long and they're like poking and flying everywhere. But they work, right? Like they're probably some old Susan Bates Arrow, whatever. But these collage ones, the what the heck was it? There was like a sturdy and a saw, like the cord, right? One was firm and soft, maybe. I don't know, but the soft one,
Oh,
it's
you
like
hated them.
it's unknittable. You cannot knit it. It is too. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna talk about it because it boggles my mind. I'm
Good
gonna go
luck.
chat. I'm gonna chat with them because I just don't get it. Alexand Alex Alex
Everybody feeling motivated?
okay, I think it's yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Alexandria Hicks LeMay Lane. So it's French. So that's definitely somebody we haven't seen. La Malliere Lanes and Accessory. Um, Bells. Oh, this is a mohair, high quality mohair.
Ugh, no,
And
thank you.
Leo and Roxy.
Leo and Roxy's amazing.
Leo and Roxy are going to be there. Like a song from Montreal.
Okay. Oh, I've got so much
Um,
internet stalking to
Ballet
do.
Lanes, Alaman, hand-dyed yarns. Um, yeah, there's another one in French. Lichen and Lace is going to be there. Long
That's a
Way
good one.
Homestead.
Oh, Long Way Homestead from Manitoba. I know them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Fiber Farm and Wool Mill?
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, they do natural dyeing. Yeah, raise the sheep.
Ooh.
Think, yeah, she had like they're starting to talk to the farmers around about growing flax to make linen because it offends her that we don't like we literally live in the prairies, but we don't make linen to make like we don't grow flax to make linen. We literally live in the
Hey,
part of
good
the
for her.
country
Good
designed
for her.
to grow flax. I'm with
Oh,
her. We need more linen. We need
yeah.
more linen.
Oh,
We need more
absolutely.
cotton options.
I've been trying for years to get my brother to convince him to grow some hemp and
Oh, just
having it.
such a beautiful plant fiber. It has so many uses. Oh, I'm with her all the way. Also, her
There's
husband
some more.
let me play around with their flax thresher. They had an antique flax thresher they'd made, like a
Oh,
old school one. So they let me do the little ha ha ha. I mean, they lined it all up. I'm blind. Don't let me line anything up. But that's
so
about it.
that's not, there's still some more.
There's 100 vendors. It's a big
Yeah,
list,
Lola and Louie. Yeah, anyways, yeah. So there's a lot. So there's a lot that I have never heard of before.
which is
So
good. It means you have tons to
very
explore.
exciting. I know. And the ones that I've seen. Oh, Susanna says, say hi to Caroline from Ancient Arts. I will.
Yes.
I will.
A lovely lady. A few times I've interacted with her. So, so nice.
Oh, okay. So let me see. I'm going to scroll back here because some people know. Oh, oh, Liz says she wants a camper van so she can travel. Doable. It's not a tent. That's okay. Nikki says hubby and I older kids camped twice. The first and last all rolled into one trip. Um, Jude, oh, there was 50 vendors at the Wool Festival. Um, that she's going to on Sunday. It's an adorable, cute local festival. That sounds great. Oh, Susanna says, yep, they got back from Chicago last week. Oh, so they've been busy. Nikki has a woven basket that looks like a white sheet with a brown face. It folds in a basket. Oh, it folds into a basket I'm making. Okay. Oh, Diane says by the lakeside is bags. Well, I was gonna say her by the lakeside, her logo. Logo. It looked like stitching, like little dots, like stitches, right? Like hand sewn stitches and a pair of scissors. So so bags, that makes sense. Oh, that's Sandy by the lakeside, which is a bag maker from Ajax. Oh, okay. So she's super close to home. Asa, come to Norway. We don't have lots of knitting weekends, but we do have yarn shops. Yes, they do.
What the
Asa,
offensive thing is? The offensive thing is Saskatoon. Saskatoon. My
mhm.
parents' hometown now, because they've lived there long enough now. It's their hometown now. has three, and a new one is opening. They are
Oh,
2 hours from Regina, which has a few.
okay.
I have one. I am a capital city and I have one. I have one local yarn store.
That is unfortunate. That is
It is
unfortunate. There
not
is
cool.
a
We
need.
don't, there is no retreats. We have one festival and one local yarn shop in the city of Winnipeg.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
like if I could travel by roads, like I think there's like one in Gimli and stuff, but like the city of Winnipeg, like city to city comparison, Saskatoon does not have an equivalent population to Winnipeg. And my dad sent me an Instagram thing about the new yarn store that just opened in Saskatoon. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now Saskatoon now has more indie yarn stores, fabric stores. They have a dude there who has his own, and I mean, it's outside whatever we would talk about here because it's a new age shop. It's a new age shop, but
Yeah, yeah,
that is a part of who I am, and
yeah.
I'm like.
Oh, I love
He
those shops.
has better supplies for dried herbs than I can get in the city. I live in a capital city, people. A capital city.
There, I think
Capital.
there's an
A cap.
opportunity for somebody there.
I just, or I move to Saskatoon and be with my parents, where all this stuff is already established and I can just bus there because the bus system works better than it does here. So much offense. So much offense.
Well, what can
So
you
much.
do? What can you do?
Grumble. Grumble loudly.
You
Grumble.
can. You
That's
can
what I can
complain.
do. That's what I can
Um,
do. It
oh, it's
just,
a big basket that holds a blanket. Okay, that makes more sense, Nikki.
okay, yes.
I was like, maybe I'm missing something. Oh, okay. So Sabrina says, I love Susan Bates. Quicksilver are her favorite. There you go. See, there's something for everybody. Yeah, I probably have a bazillion of them. And and yeah, most of them, yeah, needles. Use what you like. It's the bottom line, right?
Guys, I'm using my great grandmother's straight knitting needles tonight.
Yeah, I know. I have got some things on straight needles.
I need to get some vintage knitting needles and
Absolutely.
crochet hooks just because I should have those. But I mean, I use both of my great grandmother's wedding china as my regular china because one great grandmother from one side and one great grandmother for the other side had the exact same wedding
Oh,
china. And then one of the other great grandmothers had a different wedding china, and I have both of those sets of wedding china.
mm, that's nice.
I am always on the hunt for more of it because it breaks. And I want to round out, like finish rounding out a set for my sister. Also, I have like more teacups than I even know what remotely to do with. But it's like finding soup bowls, or sorry, not soup bowls, finding the taller bowls. And I'm desperate to find a second teapot because right now I have the
Oh,
teapot because I've got spare cream and sugar. It's Petty Point. It's not even an expensive china. It's Petty Point
I
china.
love that. I've got
Yeah, yeah,
pieces of
it's just yeah, it's gorgeous. But like I have a setting for eight with a teapot, like teacups, the coffee cups, the decanter cups,
that.
and the saucers. I have a complete set for eight. And we're trying to round out a set for eight for my sister. But we cannot for the life of me find a freaking teapot.
Another teapot.
Yeah. There, it's so hard.
Oh,
It's so hard because the teapots are used more than the coffees, like more than the sugar and creamers, right?
yeah,
So like they're more prone to breakage, which
right.
is fair. And it's like I also just want more teapots. Like I want more super cool China, one of a kind China teapots and China and like China mugs and stuff. Like I've got a lot of my mom's one of saucers and cups and saucers. So like I can do a proper tea for eight complete with the tiered tray. Like I can do an afternoon tea. I have the accoutrement for an afternoon tea, and I know how to bake most of the items. Some of them I'm not solid on, so I wouldn't do those. But I can do all of that, and I can serve it, and everybody would have a different mug. Like they'd all
Yeah.
have a different teacup. So like I want to do, but like I want more than one teapot. And I mean my thermos, my big thermos is shaped like a teapot. And we've had that in the family since we lived up north. So like I remember getting hot chocolate poured out of this. Like it's a
Oh,
yeah, but it's shaped like a teapot. Yeah. So
okay.
like I'm on the hunt always to find really cool one of a kind things like that.
Well, yes. There was a time when I was antiquing that had started collecting teapots, which is funny because, I don't drink tea, but um I just thought they were so interesting. I like them. Yes, also has a bazillion yarn shops. That is true. Oh, what is this? Also, Louise can tell all about the yarn wall in the basement of a shopping mall. Yes, I can. We were there. Elena was there with us at that one too, wasn't she? Yes, that was like huge. It was like walking, like for us, and I don't know, like at the Bay or Eaton's or something, right? And then all of a sudden it was downstairs, and then there was this whole wall. It was like a rainbow, all the colors, and then different yarns around. Yeah, it was very, very impressive. All of the stores should have yarn like that. Oh, so what else here? Alyssa, I want to go to Norway for the
I don't
history,
know.
and maybe if we still have
Oh
info
no.
where in Norway my family is from. That would be a very interesting trip.
No family ties to Norway. None
Definitely.
whatsoever. Don't. And I threaten us all the time. I'm just like, I'm gonna pack up and move. Just gonna show up one day on your doorstep with some suitcases. My stuff will be coming over on the slow boat.
Just
We'll
move
figure
on
it
with
out. Cause I just
it.
I
Well,
just yeah. I have there's
I don't know.
for honest, there is nothing tying me here. My niece is 18 as of November. I have no partner. I have a cat. I have no reason to have to stay. Like I don't have to ask anybody if it's the right idea. Like if an opportunity comes up for me to work and live and move to Europe,
Yeah.
I'm going.
And yeah, why wouldn't you?
My work's online. It goes with me wherever I go.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's how it is. That's how it works for me. And I don't have to worry about somebody else's career. And to be honest, if I was married and with children, I would move their butts in the middle of summer. I would, absolutely. I was moved and it was fine. It was
Oh,
not world ending. I may have thought so when I was 12, but 12-year-olds are dramatic.
yes. Yeah.
Everything is world ending when you're
But you
12.
don't have to worry about that. So you could totally just,
It
if
just
something
removes one of the
happened.
complications for it. Like the most complicated thing is making sure I put my cat on an airplane because she'd have to go into quarantine
Oh, yes.
on the other end. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like she would be pissed at me. Oh, she'd be so mad. So guys, this cat
We would get over it though.
caterwauls like I'm skinning her alive when she goes on a car ride. She does not like going outside. She hates going outside. You would think there is someone in there deburring her in her little cat carrier as we take her places because she is so mad.
It's not so
She is the toddler having the meltdown in the Walmart grocery aisle. Like, we are not having it. We are not
not
having
good.
it.
Not good.
Not good.
Okay, so Alyssa, tell me, Alyssa says, Alyssa says, I want to do a tea party. She says, can we see a picture of it? So are you talking like Jocelyn's teapot or her
Sure. I
china?
mean, I'm not likely to set everything up for a afternoon tea for one. That's a little excessive. Uh,
I don't
Also,
know.
I
You
don't
could
have any
do it.
cucumbers or cream cheese in the house right now, and you can't have afternoon tea without cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches. You just can't. It's not okay. It's
No.
not okay. But yeah, if I ever have the opportunity to put together an afternoon tea, absolutely. I'll take photos.
Asta says you can come over anytime, Jocelyn.
Right now, she won't even give me back. Because you know what she'll do, right? I'll show up, she'll take a photo of me sitting on her couch, she'll send it to Diana going, Nana, 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 you don't get her back. I'm not returning it. Finders keepers. And Diana would be like, no. I know how that text conversation would go.
Oh, yes. So fennel, fennel. So yarn. So Jocelyn, you must have some of this too, because Asta says it was full of almost fennel yarn, and you both need to knit.
Yes. Yes.
I have, yes.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's not like I don't get presents, guys. Like I do get presents. Like Diana just bought me a sweater's quantity of this reclaimed denim yarn from Galt House of Yarn out in Ontario.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she got it for us because it worked out her yarn to be cheap enough to qualify as a budget yarn, even with shipping in Canada.
Okay. Oh,
So
really?
it's up for review. So this is the next thing we're gonna work on.
Okay.
Reviews take forever for us because we like to have an item to show to prove that we did actually work on the thing. And that's I'm a little busy right now. I've got a lot on the go at the moment. I have a blog post and that red cardigan pattern to publish, which I'm hoping to be done by the end of this weekend.
Hmm.
I have a Endless Summer Adventure Triangle top-down shawl I'd like to have published by the end of the month. I'm starting a t-shirt.
That's
Like
great.
I have a lot on the go right now.
You do.
And I have that choose your own adventure sweater going on.
Just for extra fun.
Just for
Oh,
extra fun.
okay. So, Jude, I
I
think
have
she,
had a couple people ask if I would be willing to write up a quick schematic chart
yeah,
for the granny blanket
yeah.
so they could have like a
Yeah.
chart to color in, and I'm like, we could probably do that. I have no idea on the yardage. And I'm not going to weigh a blanket to find out, but I could
Well,
probably do it.
Jocelyn, if you're going to have afternoon tea, there's a
Yes.
few people here that are suggesting scones are a
Oh, yes.
must.
Scones are a must.
Yeah.
Yeah, little lemon tarts because I love lemon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Need a lemon tart.
I would say that too.
Yeah. It's the petite fours. Guys, I'm not making the petite fours. I'm not. That's really hard to do. They are classic. The classic French pastries are so precise. I do not have the practice for it. I
Yeah.
do not have the, but slightly rustic tarts and scones, absolutely. I can do those on a miniature scale. That's fine. You also
Wow.
need like biscuits with like jam and clotted cream and stuff like. It's a lot of
Yeah,
prep to do an afternoon tea.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
I know I did one when a girlfriend of mine moved back to Winnipeg here. She moved back to the city. I'd moved to Ontario with her husband. He's originally from India. So when they came
Yeah.
back, we had a proper high afternoon tea. So like I was
Oh,
baking
yeah.
things, but like he brought tea from India. Like stuff
Ooh,
his mother buys. I'm like, hello. It was
nice.
really good tea.
That's
Such good tea. And we had a wonderful visit. I think we visited for like 4 hours or something. Like it was a really long afternoon tea.
it.
Oh, at the end, he's like, I don't normally get along with people I've just met. I'm like, I'm one of those people that if you're an introverted person, you tend to find me not aggravating. I don't know why. A lot of people find me aggravating, but I guess not many introverts do. So, okay, sure. I
Well,
don't. I'll take it. I also drink tea out of a mason jar because I drink a lot of tea.
oh, what is?
That and I was drinking my lemonade out of this earlier today, so I just rinsed it and then made a full cup of mint tea. I mean, it's a mason jar, guys. I made like a full liter of tea. But mint tea tastes good warm or cold, so it's fine.
Absolutely. Iced tea.
Also, I know why I get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, guys. I drink tea, which is a diuretic, right up till bedtime. I know why I'm getting up in the middle of the night. It's
Okay, so there, oh yes, there's some chatting here going on about clotted cream, and Louise makes her own. She found a recipe on Pinterest.
ooh, lovely.
Yeah.
Um, I make a lot of things on my own, so I would be okay making clotted cream.
Hi, Pravina. Happy Friday night.
The real question is, do you do jam then cream or cream then jam?
Okay, we'll wait and see what people weigh in on.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of people going, "What's clotted cream?"
Nikki, okay, Jocelyn. Nikki is saying the Traveler Hat pattern, Cal is going on over in the with Andrea Maurer YouTube and her Ravelry and Instagram. There is a fingering weight pattern and a worsted in the same pattern I cast on today. Yes, I've heard a lot of people are doing her hat pattern. It's just, yeah, it looks like a quick and simple, fun, wearable knit. That would be great for.
Oh yeah, Lindsay was talking about it on the Patreon feed there. I'm sure Nikki remembers, so she's in the Patreon group.
Hmm.
She didn't get me with the hat. She didn't get me with the small cowl. Everyone's like, well, the idea is that you spin it. I've already lost track of how many stitches I was counting.
Oh no.
That you spin the fiber to yarn and then you knit it into one of the
Yeah.
traveler line.
Yeah.
And that's so it's like a whole year long thing, right? So Lindsay's like spinning to knit to knit a shawl and stuff, and everyone's talking about these small projects and
Okay.
doing.
Okay.
And she comes and she messages me and she's like, "Don't worry, she does a big shawl." Send me the link for the large traveler shawl. She's like, "Because you're not gonna do a hat, you're not gonna do a cowl." I'm like, "Probably not. If I am, I'm gonna do one of my own designs." She's like, "Yeah, you're not. I'm not a big
Yeah.
hat
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cowl person or mitten person. And if I am, I'm fiddly enough with it now that I'm just like, ah. Guys, I'm casting on a t-shirt because I didn't like anything I saw.
Yeah.
So I'm making up
Yeah,
my own pattern.
exactly. And
That's
that's how new patterns arrive.
that's how it happens for me. So I'm like, okay, but I wouldn't, but like I do eyeball that large version of the traveler shawl and go, maybe, maybe.
Possibly, eh?
I'm not sure. I have a lot on the plate, but it's a really good cowl, like especially if you like Andrea Mallory. I mean, there's also it was like a couple years ago, I decided I wasn't going to buy things from top 10 designers unless it
Yeah.
was really something unique that stood out in my brain. And I've been pretty good about that. So there are no new Stephen Wests, there are no new Andrea Mallory's, there is no new Kohi Locatelli for me. If I'm purchasing a pattern, it's from a small designer. Ideally, a what is the word for the makers who aren't middle class and Caucasian? Uh, I try if I can, if it fits my
BIPOC.
style.
You mean just like BIPOC?
Yes, that's it. Those are the, I'm like, what's that letter anagram that I'm
Yes.
technically a part of? What's that letter anagram thing that I never use? So I
Indigenous,
just,
yes.
yeah. So I'm like, so like I start there first when I'm looking for things, and then I sort of
Yeah.
slowly spread out. And I find I get very frustrated very quickly with size inclusivity because it's still a massive thing that we don't do. And I'm talking both ways, peeps.
Okay.
I'm talking both ways. I'm talking on the
Yep.
small end of the scale and the large end of the scale. We have a problem with both. So like if I can't talk about the pattern on the podcast, I don't buy it.
Mm.
So like if you are not size inclusive, I don't buy you. If you're a top 10, I probably won't buy you. I might, like if it's something that I'm like, oh my
Oh,
God, I have the perfect yarn
yeah.
in my staff, how much cash on right now, then yeah, absolutely fine. I'll let myself do it. But I'm not buying from them otherwise.
Right. Right. Right.
They have to do something spectacular to stand out. And the traveler stuff is cute, but I don't know. I don't know. Like now I'm sorting my stash and I'm putting it all in Ravelry slowly. Thank heavens Oz is helping me with that. And if I run across the perfect color combination, the shawl's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
just the shawl will
There.
happen. But I'm not making myself do that anymore.
Right. Right. Oh, hey,
That's how
Teresa.
I like that's when I started making stuff by Tristan, Dragon Horde Yarns. And like her stuff fits me perfectly.
Mm.
And she gets the same sort of vibe that I want in my stuff. So I'm like, why wouldn't I make more by her?
Well, no, that's right. If you
Yeah.
find a designer who
Yeah.
that you love, then that's
And
gonna.
it's opened my eyes to new designers too. So
Yeah.
lovely. Why can I not count stitches today? Normally I do not have a problem with
This
this.
week.
Today I've been mathing too much apparently.
What's also saying? And milk or tea first into the cup. Afternoon. Okay. I don't drink tea with milk any. Oh, that's Alyssa. Okay. Nikki says, I never saw that chat, but I thought it might be. Oh, I thought it might if the fiber content on your yarn and green stuff you just showed might work and you could review it faster than a sweater project. Oh, but you're the economical yarn? Um, just says in the UK, oh, that is a class thing and was used for telling if you were upper or lower class. Also said she had afternoon tea at what was that? Fortnum and Mason, and it was the best experience. That's awesome. Oh, so Therese, happy Saturday. It's Saturday morning for you, isn't it? What are you working on these days?
To be fair, also the sweater I'm gonna work on in this DK weight yarn is from Hey Crochet with Carrie, and it is something like 6 stitches or 8 stitches over 4 inches. I'm not knitting a sweater. I'm knitting cheesecloth, in the shape of a sweater. So Diana won't be done. I can tell you right now, Diana will not be done hers. I will be done mine because it is absolutely a easy 2 week sweater for me.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna need something like a 8 millimeter size needle to get gauge. Like I think that's like my first needle size to start with. And I normally get a common DK weight sweater gauge on 5 millimeter.
Mm,
So
mm,
I already use larger needles, but I'm gonna start massive because it is such a loose gauge. Like it is meant to be the summer beach gauzy cover up sweater, right?
right, right, right,
Which
right.
is what I want. So I'm not worried about this one. I think I probably could have done it on the first year and I would have been done the project I started with if I hadn't entirely switched projects three
Mm-hmm.
weeks in. So there's that. But I'm literally next month, I'm chasing Diana down because we've got the summer solstice starts next month. So she has to finish her spring equinox one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then we've got what's the other way? We got the choose your own adventure swatches. Like we have to be done our swatches and we have to have our sweaters casted on
Mm-hmm.
so that we can knit them over the course of a month so we can get them out to testers. So
Right.
that needs to be done and the questions need to be answered. So like I already have a solid 3 weeks worth of 40-hour work week for Diana, and we haven't even made it to June yet. I don't think she has time. I mean, I'm gonna throw it on the list anyway. That's the kind of human I am, but yep. Especially because she signed up to do a dance competition. Just eats all of her time. I said I'm not counting anymore, guys. I just can't. My brain's done. I've done too much braining today. I just have to hope the stitch count is right, and we're gonna move on with our day.
Sam is needing help with marking squares for her mosaic. So yeah, I don't know if anybody can help you with that, Sam.
I'm not
Uh,
that good with mosaics yet.
yeah, without seeing it too, I think you're
Oh
just gonna
yeah.
keep working on it on your own there and just keep
That is
adding,
the
changing.
downside to design work is there's a lot of ripping.
Yep, gotta just try, see if it works. If not, go back to the drawing board. Oh, Nikki says the traveler patterns are not complex, not a hard design or knit, but I was in a hat mood, so I
Mood.
kept on.
That makes total
I'm
sense. That makes
I'm in a
total
hat
sense.
mood. I'm working on two different hats. I
It's
know.
true, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in a hat mood too. Also, I don't bar any designer generally because I'm oh, if I'm ever a popular designer. Yeah.
No, I wanted to stop my, oh, they made it, I must buy it mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wanted to be conscientious with my purchasing because I don't have a lot of purchase. I can maybe afford a new pattern once a quarter.
Mm-hmm. So you want to
So
be you want to
I need to be very judicious with how I spend my money because it is a very small amount I get to spend. That's why it is Erin of Firewood Fabric Co. Because I know her. I know who I'm supporting. When I can't afford to do it, that's where I go.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I can see, yeah, Nikki says, yeah, the other side of that is I think it would not be fair for people not to buy my patterns just because I'm popular and you work hard to design your patterns, which is true. I think it's just more that you want to support the people starting out who need that leg up and they need that recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be buying a thing because it's the popular designer, which there's always that impulse to do because you hear it so often, like you hear it mentioned a lot, and you're like, what am I missing? The
Mhm.
answer is if you're not interested in the pattern, you're not missing anything. Is there still a good chance I might buy Snowscapes by Stephen West? Absolutely. It's a beautiful shawl pattern. but I don't need a shawl pattern right now. I need garment patterns.
There you go.
I also need garment patterns that are going to fit me and fit my lifestyle, not just buying them because that's, so and so and their name is name brand recognizable. It's the same sort of argument you get in with no name versus named brands
Hmm.
for anything.
Asa says she wants to test the sweater, Jocelyn.
Which one? Asa?
The choose your own adventure one, maybe?
Possibly? As soon as I have swatches from Diana and Stitches written now, you can absolutely have a super rough draft. You know that.
Hmm.
Also helps my English, it's very helpful. Sometimes my English is Jocelyn, not English. It's not as readable.
Oh, yeah. Nikki says absolutely new designers need to be supported, but yes, Jocelyn, no one should buy just because a big designer came up with a new
Yeah.
pattern.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the risk and danger because you hear their names so often, you think, "Oh, I need to get that."
Yeah.
You're
Which,
making the decision to purchase, but is it because it's what you want or is it because it's what everybody else is getting? And I've found if I don't let myself buy the top 10 designers, well, whatever pattern it is they've currently just released is hot, 9 times out of 10, I don't want it. It's
uh,
not, it doesn't suit who I am. So why would I be giving?
hmm.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side, right? I mean, like we were just saying, like who was the designer you said that you had found that you liked how everything fit you?
Oh, Tristan of Dragon Horde
Yes.
Nerds. Yeah,
Right?
yeah, she's got,
So,
and I mean, she's a bigger design knitter. Like people recognize her yarn and
mm,
stuff, so like they know her, and some of her stuff has hit popularity. But like, if I had spent my money on Hohi Locatelli or Andrea Mallory, I wouldn't have had money to buy some of her patterns. And
sure.
I love her moon sweater, like her moon tee. Like I made that half moon tee. I'm making a second
Yeah.
Widwows.
Yes.
So
Well,
there's,
and I think some of those big designers, they have earned that
yeah,
being in the top 10 because they are just good designers,
they
right? And they
are.
do have good patterns that are knittable and the
Oh yeah.
product is
And
knittable.
there's more than
So,
enough people because you climb there who like your stuff and buy your stuff because
mm,
it fits them. It
yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
fit me, so why would I do it?
Yeah. And that's so it just comes back to you just have to try,
Yeah.
different designers,
And I
see
have
how
Andrea
they do
Mallory in my
things.
pattern library. I have Hohi Locatelli in my pattern library.
Mhm.
I have Stephen West in my library. I have patterns from them.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
have
just
patterns from
have
people I
to
haven't
try.
finished. Yeah.
And then you buy what you like, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Buy to a style that fits and suits you.
exactly.
I learned to be honest with who you are. That was the hardest part. Ooh, they.
That's right. Nikki's doing the pressed flower hat too. Yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
And she's doing it out of Croy, which is like a double reason to be excited.
Yeah, because May is flower month, isn't it?
It is, it is, it is. And then
Like,
June is going to be, Cheryl and I were chatting today and kind of came
mm.
up with a plan right till the rest of the year. So June
Oh, good.
is going to be another get her done.
Ooh, I like it.
So because everybody seems to like that. So we did it back in January and we're going to do it in June again. So kind of twice a year, have a clear the needles, get her done, finish up some of these whips, and then move on to some other projects throughout the year.
Good.
Hmm.
Ooh, I'm hoping to be done my Scrappy V next month. That'd be a
Mm,
good finish.
that would be a good finish.
That'd be a good finish.
Yeah,
And my linen top.
everybody needs a reason to work on some finishes, right?
Absolutely.
Nobody more than me, but yes, so that's always so yes, that's the plan. So flowers for the finishing out May and then move in to get her done. So if you don't get your flower project done, we can just keep going on it for June.
Yeah. Oh, that makes total sense.
Yes.
Works good. And then you can do Christmas in July.
We are not doing Christmas in July this year.
What?
No,
Crazy
we,
pants.
we decided not to, but I'm pretty sure what Cheryl said she was going to post this over in the Fiber Friends group. And
Okay.
but I'm sure July is exactly what you had just mentioned, Jocelyn, is we're doing BIPOC Designer Month.
Yeah. I just, no
Because
matter
it's something that
how good the top designers are, oh, the BIPOC, the size inclusive, the smaller ones.
Mhm. So, and that's something that we had talked about, I think last year we had talked about fitting, doing something like that, like
Mhm.
supporting, finding some newer design,
Just
newer
there's
different
such
people designers.
amazing designers out there that nobody speaks about. Nobody
And
speaks about.
it would just be great because
Yeah,
if somebody already knows somebody that they've been patterns they've been knitting, just put the link in the Facebook group so then everybody can
everybody
get
can
to
see it. Oh,
know them.
it's just, oh, I love it. It's such a good idea. Such a good idea. Oh, I'm stoked. So stoked.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's July, but we'll have to go look. And yeah, I think we picked every month. Well, we went just right till December. Um,
Good. Then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to be trying to scramble last minute. You know what's going on.
yeah, I think there was one month, I think September maybe was one we were just going to do a vote, get people's ideas,
Okay.
just so people could chime in a little bit on what they wanted.
Sure.
So
That
it'll be
makes
fun. Yeah,
sense.
I can't remember exactly what all we did, what all we talked about this morning, but Cheryl was writing it down, so it should be posted in the Facebook group.
I'm at the point where I just need to start recording all of my voice Discord chats with Diana because neither one of us write things down and stuff gets lost in the ether.
I know that's usually what happens.
But
Too.
nor are we necessarily somewhere where we could write things down.
So Asa saying she doesn't have enough whips. Okay, well, Asa, it's still May. Cast on a couple of things, let them sit for a week, then they call it a whip, and then you're good to
And
go
it's
for
fun.
June.
I'll forward you
Yeah.
some
Well, I
patterns.
think
Also, how does
somebody,
that
well,
sound?
Liz already said she could send some to her.
Yeah. What I heard was I need to finish some more designs up and send them to Alyssa for editing because sometimes
Oh,
those just end up on the needles. Okay, I understand. I understand.
I think the Get Her Done challenge, there could be some collaborations involved there.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
people don't have projects to work on, they could pair up with somebody who has a fair number and you could work together. That might actually be be a good thing for some people.
Ugh. There's some accountability that needs to go on for me. Like volunteering to do the sample sweater, put off the librarian. So now my brain's like, I really want to be wearing that this fall, so I really need to be done the field sweater before fall.
What is this? Jude says she has a couple. I have a pair of balls hanging out on needles that need to become an elephant, a
Okay.
dragon that needs limbs, jumpers. Okay, so Jude, what you're saying is that you've got the projects
For
um
finish it for get her done.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my brain's just thinking my sister's got a crochet blanket sitting down here. I've got a scarf for the niece's boyfriend sitting back here. I got some whips.
You
I ain't worried.
you got
I
I
ain't
know. So
worried.
Alyssa says, how many do you need? Well, really, all you need is one. I mean, depending on what you think you can get done, right? Or it depends how close they are to finishing, then
Yeah.
you make two or three, one a week maybe, if they're small projects. Oh, Jocelyn. Okay, I think this is for you, Jocelyn. Also says bring it on. I have a couple of summer tops I want to start.
Done.
Oh, or is that for the cast on for the challenge? I'm not sure. Also says she has three whips at the moment. That's a lot for you.
That's a lot for Asa, yeah.
Oh, Sam's asking, will anybody knit her patterns that I designed when I finish designing? Um, pro I'm sure there's a few of us that would knit them. Sam, you need to
Aha.
write it down on your graph paper and then you need to knit it.
Awesome, my dear. Once I've worked out the rotation for this and the words coming out of my face that are English is impressive and long lasting. My spring equinox was me getting angry, like soapbox angry about size inclusivity and patterns.
Oh,
So I did a bunch of lace gauge swatching.
yeah.
So I have another thing I have to put on the needles right away because I'm out of summer solstice on the 20th of next month, and I haven't even casted on my solstice yet.
Oh,
My spring equinox. Ooh, whoops. That's fine. I want to make a cropped lacy cardigan with elbow length sleeves, but I
okay.
need to get a longer version made. I'm
Yeah.
not making the longer version, but I need to have a longer version made. So I'll get those numbers and stuff written out and sized out because that's maths. More maths. Yay. I have a long weekend. I can do more maths. Also, you're cutting into my Stardew Valley gaming time. And do that because I could use help with that. That's a DK weight thing. I got so mad because extra small through medium got this very cute fitted cropped cardigan I saw, and that was the photos I saw. So I
Yeah.
clicked through to the pattern to take a look. But if you were a large, and a large is not that large, a large is not that large. If you were a large or bigger, you got
Mhm.
a hip length, shapeless box cardigan. I
How
was
can
so
you?
miffed. I was
That's
so miffed. I'm like, you gave us two separate patterns. You literally said people who are bigger than a medium don't deserve cute cropped fitted things. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
yeah, I
This
don't
is
agree with
not
that.
okay. And it wasn't even that late. Like it wasn't like I was looking at something from 1940 or like 2008. Like I was looking for something from the early 2000s even. I was looking at something from post
Mm.
20 teens. So I was like, this is not, we are well past the time when this would be an acceptable. Okay, it's not cool, but it's just not a thing we discussed then, right?
Oh, that's. Oh, Alyssa's got two whips. Yeah, no,
Two
that
whips is good. Hey, if you've got one whip, you can get her done. You
exactly.
do not need to be at nearly 20 whips like me. Just unnecessary. Just unnecessary.
Asa's also reminding you that you two have to work on Ravelry.
Yes, she's helping me put my stash in.
Good. That is a
More
good
like she's keeping me
start.
accountable so this stuff gets done because I want to get it done.
Well, that's good.
But I will,
Everybody
like the YouTube
that.
thumbnail for the videos I have finished that still haven't been learned this week. I've successfully put it off all week. If I don't want to do something, I will find all sorts of work to do to
Oh,
avoid it.
of course, of
I have been
course.
insanely productive on everything except for the one thing I need to do to move forward on a project.
Yeah.
Like you do. And I was talking to the mysterious Mr. B about it, and he was like, "Yeah, but you don't want to do those stupid YouTube face thumbnails." I'm like, "I don't want to do the stupid YouTube face thumbnails." No, I don't. I don't like them. I don't. I understand they're popular. I don't like them. And I'm like, and it's me, right? Like, I don't pick what to watch based off of the YouTube thumbnail photo, because for the most part, I can't see what's going on in the thumbnail photo anyway. I'm picking based off the title. So the title's more important to me than the YouTube video
Yeah.
than the thumbnail photo. But I know I need to have a thumbnail photo, so I does need to do that.
Asa said she gave up on me with Ravelry.
We got the whips in.
Uh,
I have my scraps or oddments sorted and weighed and in a spreadsheet. So all of my works in progress have project pages. They all have rough notes. They need photos, which I took photos of everything as I went.
okay.
It also helped by putting them in the computer for me. And
Nice.
then my scraps have been weighed and measured and sorted by yarn weight and type of yarn. That's as rough as it's like I'm not doing any more than that. So I
Okay.
just have all of my single full skeins to put into Rav,
Okay.
which is
Good.
not an
That's
insignificant
great
amount of work.
progress.
That's still a lot, but we're getting through.
You were
So
doing
it
great.
helps.
Really, really good.
Yes.
Well, hey, you guys. It is we're at 9 o'clock already. Eight
I
o'clock
know.
for you. Yeah, tonight just
It
hey.
doesn't take long for me to rant through a lot of things.
Well, I'm so glad everybody was able to join us tonight. Oh, Sam is asking, is August still dying month? We know, yes and no. We decided that,
Give us who don't want to die an option.
yep. So
Yes.
August is going to
I mean, I
be,
might not like the option, but that's not the point.
yeah, it's going to be, yes, no, it's going to be something else. So August is going to be something that we decide, maybe cables. Cables is going to be thrown in there,
Okay.
mostly because Cheryl has a cabled scarf sweater. Oh my
Ooh.
word.
Cheryl's gonna be so excited you remember things the next time we chat.
I'm like, I do know there's a disconnect. I'm thinking what I want to think in my head, and different words are coming out.
It's okay, Cheryl. You want a cabled sweater. I got you.
Yes,
I got
Cheryl,
you.
you know what I'm trying to say. Cheryl has this beautiful cabled green sweater. Like it is real, it is a intensive knit. So we thought we need to throw cables back in here as a challenge
Mhm.
month to get
Mhm.
her to get it out and get working on it again because it's going to be gorgeous. So what we thought we would do for August, because August has, we've always done dyeing in the summer. Sometimes it was July, sometimes last year or so we moved it to August. So what we're going to do is August is going to be its own month. Pretend it's cables. I'm not sure. It could be cables. It's going to be something. It's going to be something knitting.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick a weekend in August. And we will do, for those of you who like to dye yarn, we'll have that weekend be kind of
Mm.
a dye weekend and we can just post lots of pictures and dye.
Oh, I think that's lovely.
Yeah, so because
Yeah.
I still want to do it, and I know Sam
Mm.
wants to do some dyeing, and Cheryl has some yarn she wants to dye, but I know it's not something that everybody wants to do, and it doesn't need to take all month. So we'll just pick a weekend, but really, if you want to dye yarn, if the weekend I pick doesn't work for you, you can pick the weekend before or after and,
I
have fun.
never had an interest in dyeing yarn.
Yeah, see, and a lot of people don't. So that's
I
why we
love looking at
decided,
everybody else's hand dyed yarn. I'm
hmm,
super in love the colors that stuff comes up with, and I'm just like, but the idea of doing it myself, and I'm just like, no, I'm
yeah.
just.
Well, and that's the
Some
thing,
people
right?
think I'm nuts because I like to hand sew skirts. Fair.
Well, and that's the thing,
Fair.
to dye, like you need to have,
I want to.
a workspace and you have to have, the undyed yarn to start with, and you have to have like a special, like depending on what you're using, a pot and place, you
Yeah.
got to have safe dye specific
Stuff.
equipment. And some people
Stuff.
just, unless you want to use the Kool-Aid, right? Like we've
Yeah.
talked about Kool-Aid or the Wilton's dye, you can just use that in a 9 by 13 pan in your microwave because that's all food grade. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so we will, short answer is yes, we will still do some dyeing for those of us who want to
Good.
do it.
Good, 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 good,
And
good.
yeah, yeah. But for those who don't fear, there's
There'll
gonna
be
be
something else.
there'll be something else for those that
Okay,
don't
good.
want to do the dyeing.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good.
Oh, so spinning and dyeing is not something I'm into. Yes. So,
I
but it's
enjoy spinning, but I have to be able to pick it up and put it down because it's just different enough of a wrist motion
yeah.
that it's problematic for me. Not because of the knitting or the crocheting, but because of my cane usage. So
Mm.
I find if I'm out when I walk everywhere, obviously we don't let me drive. It's a bad idea. Because my arm moves like this, all of the vibrations run right up through my wrist. So when I'm
Mm.
spinning, I'm aggravating that because I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
holding my wrist
don't.
steady like I do when I'm knitting or
Right,
crocheting.
right, right.
You're still not starving to death? You're still
Wow.
not starving to death. Bug, 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 bug,
All
bug.
right. Well, you guys, I think we'll wrap up for tonight. It's been a great way to end off the work week, for those of us who work on Monday to Friday anyways, and kick off a long weekend for a lot of us here.
Yes.
So it's gonna be lots of fun. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight.
Tell I'm a morning person, I'm getting tired.
See, and I'm just getting my second wind. I'm like good to go, but I gotta go to bed early
But
because I
this
got
one gets up at 5:30 and says, "Hey, it's a half hour to breakfast. Can I have breakfast early?" And I
yeah.
go, "No, it's not 6." And then she goes, "It's 5:40 a.m. Can I have breakfast 20 minutes early?" And I go, "No, it's not 6." And then she goes, "It's 6 till 1. I'm starving to death. You must feed me right now. I am now going to puddle of ooze right on the floor in front of you. So you walk into me because I can't do it anymore, mother.
Yeah.
I've given up on life."
Oh yes. Those of us who have cats understand that, don't we?
And I got yelled at this year by the vet because you're still fat.
Thanks,
How did that
Jude.
happen?
I'm planning on having a great
Have a
time.
good weekend. Enjoy your
It's so
weekend.
fun. I can't wait. I'm gonna go see if I can track down Diana
I
tomorrow.
need photos. I need Instagram reels.
Okay, we'll see
I
what we
need
can
I
do.
need the social medias, peeps. And
Okay,
find Diana in real life.
find Diana.
Yeah.
Yes, I will definitely do that. All right. Well, everybody have a great weekend, whatever you get up to. And Jocelyn will be back here again in a couple weeks
We will,
with
2 weeks.
our, I know, because it'll be
You remember
June.
what you're working on?
I do. I do.
I have the purple tweed. I have the super summer, no, simple summer top down V-neck raglan sweater that I'm turning
Yes,
into a tunic. And the
yes,
goal
yes,
was
yes.
to have an FO if possible. But I had many, many inches of body to do, so I was like, "Ooh."
I know I've got my mosaic scarf that I'm working on.
She knows where I'm at. She knows how much work has and has not been done, but she's not talking. Unless you
All
guys
right.
happen to have Greenie's catnip treats, and in which case, yeah, she's coming right over. Or
Then
sardines. She likes
she'll do
whole
anything for
sardines.
that.
Just about. Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
everybody, have a great weekend. Cheryl and I will be podcasting on Sunday. So if you typically watch the Fiber
Ooh.
Friends, we will not be podcasting again tomorrow because I'm not going to be here. So we will
It's
see you.
Sunday morning.
That's right. Cheryl and I will catch you all Sunday morning, 9 o'clock live on the Fiber Friends channel.
Ah, lovely.
Okay.
Excellent.
Have a great weekend, everybody.